What's up, guys? Manic here with Manic Conspiracies. I haven't done a video in a couple weeks, so I decided to do a video today. Today's video is going to be the conspiracy on weed and why it's illegal, even though the benefits are there. You know, it's been proven time and time again that cannabis, weed, it helps you, and it helps certain diseases like cancer and like all these different, mental disorders and everything. It's a very helpful plant. And that's what it is. It's a plant. You literally grow it. And unfortunately, it's a lot like the nicotine industry and the vaping, and that's a whole nother conspiracy to get into. But it's along the same lines as that, as it's all a money scheme. If they keep it illegal, they can make money off the people they can arrest for marijuana. It's been proven. How many people did you know who had charges for marijuana? I mean, tons. And people were getting jail time for marijuana. So I think it's all a money scheme, and it sucks. But we are legalizing it. But here's my conspiracy. So, for instance, marijuana was legalized in, I think, 26 different states so far. One of them being my home state of Michigan. Now, just maybe a month ago, there was the vaping thing. The vaping crisis, where these people were getting sick off what they thought were vapes and the e-juice, when in reality it was black market, cannabis THC cartridges that were being laced with this different type of drug. I can't remember the technical name for it. But you can look all of this up. As any video I do, you can always look up the information yourself and see for yourself what was being put in this THC cartridges. But it was being put in. So back to weed and it being illegal and all this and that. The other thing is, why do I think we need to look at the alcohol prohibition and the weed prohibition? They're exactly the same. People are still smoking marijuana even where it's not legalized yet. Clearly, there's billions, millions. I mean, there's so many people in the world, and you gotta understand how big of a population smokes marijuana. I mean, it's so big that we had 26 states already legalize it. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of votes. But the alcohol prohibition, people were, hiding it. People were still doing it. But the government was controlling it, and it was illegal. And it's no different than the weed, except for weed has benefits to it, whereas alcohol doesn't really give you medical benefits. Let's be real here. That gives you alcoholism. Yeah, marijuana doesn't do that. And I think that there's so many different strains. It is like a pharmaceutical drug. And that brings me into my next topic of conspiracy, and that Big Pharma doesn't want it to be legalized because of the fact that if weed was completely legalized, a lot of people's medical issues would be controlled. Some would be solved, A lot of mental disorders could be solved with weed. But they want you on those psych meds because they want that money. If they're not getting that money, then Big Pharma is losing out on millions of dollars. And that's a lot of money for big companies to lose. So I personally really think that Big Pharma has a lot more control than we know and understand. And I think that the big pharmaceutical industries, they have a lot more power, and they are the ones who are kind of, and unfortunately it's unraveling because weed is becoming legal. They're, of course, putting different regulations on it and rules, as with everything. But, Yeah, it's happening, people. So it's no different than the alcohol prohibition, and I personally think big pharma has a lot to do with it. So what do you guys think? Why do you guys think it's illegal? You know, if there's been so many proven benefits for it, why do you think we still have such an issue believing that marijuana is good? So let me know down in the comments, because this is a huge topic I love, and I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on it. I could talk about weed for hours. So let me know down in the comments, and as always, subscribe. I will be making videos more frequently now that I'm back in the swing of things. So yeah, I appreciate you guys watching my videos. So peace out.